Let's talk about this story out of your state, Georgia, Robert. Some high schools, some students there are actually suing their school district for racial discrimination. 5 black students at Coosa High School got suspended for wearing Black Lives Matter T-shirts, while white students were allowed to wear Confederate paraphernalia. The black students claim the school's administration failed to act on reports of racist behavior from white students. The lawsuit is requesting the 5-day suspension be deleted from their records and that the school does more to handle racist bullying. Really, Scott? Black Lives Matter is a problem, but Confederate flags is cool. Really?
It's a First Amendment issue, first of all. I've never believed it was a political statement. But in these rural counties, in Will County and Joliet, Illinois, where I grew up, in these southern counties where, you know, it's not on the national political or economic map, it happens all the time. When I was in high school in New Lenox, Illinois, one of the things I had to deal with, which is why I went to Morehouse College, was because once a week, someone would call me the N-word. These were white kids from rural America who were bussed in to go to my high school. And while I went through various stages of it, and it was a Catholic high school, they couldn't understand or deal with the racism or my rage in response to it. And it went through several forms and formats. But in the end, many of these kids, they were never really disciplined. They had a conversation, then I was called sensitive. I was told to ignore it, blah, blah, blah. All kinds of excuses were made, which simply made no sense. And so it's these rural school districts where this is happening. They don't care what the national laws or state laws are. And it sounds like this school, the administrators don't know either. But this is a really interesting lawsuit because if they filed under the Equal Protection Clause or Equal Rights Amendment, then the regs and the activity, the facts of the case are going to be closely scrutinized by the court to see if there's really evidence of unfair and unequal treatment. If it is, you got a constitutional violation, civil rights violation, and this case, whether it's local, if you will, and it's against the administrators of the school, it's really going to be about the school district, right? And if it gets appealed, this case in and of itself, long way away, could go to the Supreme Court. It'll be interesting to watch if the school district doesn't settle.
Robert, you're there in Georgia. Your thoughts?
I think the school district is absolutely going to settle. And I think they're lucky that these parents are only asking for a clean record and for a change in policy, and not for monetary damages. Because, frankly, in a case of this nature, we have multiple plaintiffs. You can probably file a class action against the district and frankly, go directly after the county in order to get monetary damages. So I agree with Scott that this will probably go up the ladder if it's not settled. But I think the school district understands that right now what they're asking for will be them getting off light. And if they don't end up settling with the students and doing the specific performance that they're requesting, they could end up in a monetary suit, which will be very deleterious to the school district.
Monique?
They'll change the lawsuit also. The right lawyer will amend it, put in the constitutional violation.
Monique, your comment.
And then ride it out until it can't go any further, even if they try to settle. It'd be a big case.
You done, Scott?
Yeah, I had one other thought, but it's your show, so I'll pass for now.
I mean, man, I said, Monique, your thoughts 3 times.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Honest, I didn't.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, when you keep talking, you can't hear.
Well, I'm very insightful. I'm sorry.
Monique, please.
Go right ahead.
Yes.
Monique.
I agree with Robert and with the chatty one, Scott, on this. Whatever they do has to be uniform. Carrying around a flag is not the same as wearing paraphernalia that maybe the policy says that they can't wear. I don't know the specifics on what the policy did and did not say. It has to be uniform across the board, and hate speech. The Confederate flag in certain circles can be viewed as a threat in and of itself, as it should be. And I think there's actually case law about that. Scott's the smart one in the family, so he would know. It's in the fighting words language.
No.
He's not the smart
No,
one.
we're not going back to Scott. We're not going back.
Okay, no, but
No, he's not.
I was just,
And we're not going back to him.
I was
Okay.
just referencing him. I don't want to go back to him. But what I do want to plug and say is your friends from the NFL, Lacey and company, they need a med mal lawyer. I understand what NFL players go through, but what they're going through right now is medical malpractice, and it needs to be handled. Just thought I'd add that.
Okay. We'll be happy to forward them your number.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Oh, no punches!
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?